He shattered my heart in one night. The shocking truth I uncovered after his cold message. I'm sitting in a bustling cafe, gripping my phone so tightly that my knuckles turn white. I just sent him a message. Maybe we could try being friends? We had a good talk. My heart is pounding because yesterday we met, laughed, reminisced about our old jokes, and I thought there was still a connection between us. His reply comes in a minute, and I open the chat with bated breath. His words hit like a knife to the chest. No, we can only be acquaintances who say hi. That's it. I reread it, hoping it's a mistake. But no. The cafe hums around me, people laughing, but all I hear is my heart breaking. What happened? Just yesterday he was smiling at me, and today I'm nothing to him? 3 years together, thousands of shared moments, and now he wants me to be just a passerby he nods to on the street? I think back to our breakup 6 months ago. We promised to stay on good terms, no grudges. I believed it was possible. Yesterday's meeting was our first in a long time. We drank coffee, joked, and I felt like friendship could work. But his message is a slap in the face. This isn't just a rejection. It's betrayal. I scroll through our chat, looking for any clue. The past few weeks, his replies were short, curt, but I thought he was just busy. Now I see, he was avoiding me. I recall his eyes yesterday, they didn't meet mine like they used to. He kept checking his phone, hiding the screen when I got closer. His jacket smelled not of his cologne but of something sweet, feminine. I brushed it off as coffee or the crowd, but now it feels suspicious. My fingers tremble as I set the phone down. This isn't just a mood swing. He's hiding something, and I feel it in every fiber of my being. I can't just swallow his words and pretend everything's fine. I text my friend, "Have you seen him with anyone lately?" Her reply hasn't come yet, but I already know. I won't stop until I uncover the truth. I stare out the window, my reflection staring back, and I promise myself, I'll find out what he's hiding. He thinks he can just erase me from his life? He's wrong. I'm not weak, and I'll prove it. His lies are just the beginning. The truth is still ahead. His words, "Only acquaintances who say hi," loop in my head like a broken record. After 3 years together, after all our talks about staying on good terms, it feels like mockery. I'm at home, scrolling through our old photos, and every memory stings. How can he just erase everything? I can't sleep, can't eat, his cold reply is suffocating me. I think back to our meeting yesterday at the cafe. He was different. He smiled, but it was a mechanical smile, like he was playing a part. His eyes avoided mine, and when I joked about an old meme, he just nodded, no laugh. I thought he was just tired, but now it seems suspicious. He kept his phone in hand, checking it every minute. Once, I noticed him quickly hide the screen when I leaned closer. Why? What didn't he want me to see? I recall another detail. His jacket smelled not of his cologne but of something sweet, feminine. I chalked it up to coffee or someone's perfume in the crowd, but now it haunts me. My thoughts buzz like a swarm of bees. I open our chat, scroll through messages from the past few weeks. His replies grow shorter. "Okay, we'll see, I'm busy." He used to send long messages, joke, share plans. Now it's a wall. A knot of anxiety tightens in my chest. This isn't just a mood change. It's something bigger. I start doubting myself. Did I do something wrong? But no, I gave him no reason to treat me like this. I decide I won't sit idle. If he's hiding something, I'll find out. First step, talk to someone who might know more. I text my friend Katia, who often hangs out in the same places as him. "Have you seen him with anyone lately?" I type, my heart racing as I hit send. I open my laptop and start checking his social media, looking for any clues. Maybe there's something I missed. I don't know what I'll find, but I can't just wait for him to tell me the truth. If he thinks he can brush me off so easily, he's mistaken. I'm ready to dig until I get to the bottom of this. I'm on the couch, phone in hand, waiting for Kadia's reply. I was hoping she'd say something like, "No, he's alone, don't worry." But her message comes, and it's a gut punch. "Saw him in the park with some girl. They looked close. Thought you knew." I reread it, hoping it's a mistake. But the words don't vanish. "In the park. With a girl. Close." My stomach twists, and a hot wave of anger rises to my throat. So I start recalling details from our meeting yesterday. His strange behavior makes sense now. I remember how he hid his phone screen when I got closer. How his jacket smelled of sweet perfume I've never worn. How he abruptly changed the subject when I asked what he did over the weekend. I brushed it off as fatigue or a bad mood, but now these details form a puzzle. I open our chat again, scroll to messages from the past month. His "busy" and "talk later" repeat over and over. It's not just laziness, he was avoiding me. I stand, pace the room, trying to calm down. Maybe Kadia is mistaken. Maybe it was just a friend or coworker. But I recall his eyes yesterday, they were distant, like he was looking through me. And that smile that didn't reach his eyes. Anger mixes with pain. He's not just pushing me away, he's hiding something. And I can't just sit and guess. I open his Instagram, scroll through new posts. Nothing unusual, but I notice he's been liking one girl's photos, bright selfies, stylish outfits. I click on her profile. Her stories from yesterday, the park, the same one Kadia mentioned. In the background, a familiar silhouette. His jacket. My hands shake as I screenshot it. This isn't a coincidence. It's proof. I want to call him, confront him, scream, but I hold back. If I make a scene, he'll just say I'm imagining things. No, I need to be smarter. I jot down everything I've noticed, the perfume, the phone, the stories, Kadia's words. This is just the start. I don't know who she is to him, but I'll find out. And I won't let him think he can deceive me so easily. I'm at the kitchen table, holding a cup of tea that's gone cold. My mind races, maybe it's all in my head? Maybe I'm overthinking Kadia's words and that screenshot. I want to believe he's not capable of betrayal, that she's just a friend or a fluke. But that evening, I open his Instagram and see a new post, a photo from a cafe we never visited together. In the background, a hand with bright nail polish. I zoom in. It's not my hand. And it's definitely not his sister's or mom's. So I decide to dig deeper. I go back to that girl's profile, the one from the stories. Her name's Anya, judging by the caption. I scroll through her posts, and each new photo heightens my anxiety. She often posts from the same places he frequents. There's the bar he was at last week. The park. And that same cafe from his post, same table, same day. I check the timestamp, her post went up an hour before his. They were there together. My fingers tremble as I take another screenshot. Anger and pain clash inside me. How could he? After everything we've been through, after all our talks about honesty, he just replaced me? I recall our meeting. How he dodged my questions, how he laughed nervously when I asked if he was okay. I thought he was just off. Now I realize, he knew he was lying to my face. I check his followers, find her name. She's there, among the recent ones. He followed her a month ago, right when his messages got shorter. I check her followers, he's there too. They like each other's posts, comment with emojis. This isn't a casual acquaintance. It's serious. Tears sting my eyes, but I force myself to breathe. I won't cry over him. I note the new details, the cafe, the nail polish, their mutual likes. My plan sharpens. I won't make a scene or give him a chance to wiggle out. I'll gather more evidence so he can't deny it. I want to know everything, when it started, why he hid it, why he didn't tell me the truth. I won't stop until I understand how he could do this to me. I'm lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, anger boiling in my chest. I can't stand this uncertainty anymore. I type him a message, "Are you seeing someone?" Straight, no hints. I hope he'll be honest, tell the truth, and we can talk like adults. But his reply comes an hour later, and it's a slap. "You're overthinking. Just live your life." No explanation, no denial. Just a cold back off. So I realize he's not just hiding something, he's lying to my face. His words aren't an answer, they're an attempt to shut down the conversation. I recall our meeting. How he switched topics when I asked about his weekend plans. How his fingers nervously gripped his phone when I teased about his busyness. I thought he just didn't want to talk about work or something personal. Now I see, he was avoiding the truth because he had something to hide. I get up, pace the apartment, trying to gather my thoughts. His "live your life" sounds like an order to forget him, but I can't. Not after he brushed me off so easily. I open my laptop, review the screenshots, her stories, his posts, their mutual likes. Each piece of evidence is a nail in his lies. But it's not enough. I want to know who she is, how long this has been going on, why he didn't tell me the truth up front. I recall how he acted at the meeting. His smile was fake, and when I asked if he missed our talks, he said, "Life moves on." I thought he was trying to be strong post-breakup. Now I understand, he was already with her. He sat across from me, drank coffee, laughed, and all the while knew he was deceiving me. I decide I won't text him anymore. Every message I send gives him power, the chance to dodge, lie, ignore. I won't beg for the truth. Instead, I continue my investigation. I check her profile again, look for new stories. There's a photo from a party, tagged at a bar he often goes to. I note the address. Maybe I'll go there, maybe I'll see them together. But I won't act impulsively. I want to be sure I know everything before I make my next move. I'm not a victim, and I'll prove it, to him and to myself. I'm in a cafe with his friend Max, who's always been straightforward. I hope he'll shed light on what's going on. I cautiously ask, "Max, do you know what's up with him? He's acting weird." I expect him to say something like, "He's just stressed about work," or "He's not himself." But Max looks away, nervously twirls his cup, and mumbles, "It's not my business. Ask him." His tone is sharp, his eyes avoiding mine. So I realize even his friends know something. Max isn't just dodging the conversation, he's hiding the truth to protect his friend. Anger mixes with disappointment. If even Max won't talk, it means it's serious. I thank him for the coffee and leave, but my mind's already spinning a plan. I can't rely on others, I'll find the answers myself. At home, I go through the things he left at my place after the breakup. In the closet, I find his old t-shirt. I hold it, and suddenly notice something on the collar, a small lipstick stain. Bright pink. I've never used that shade. My fingers clutch the fabric, and my heart skips a beat. This isn't just a suspicion, it's proof. I lay the t-shirt on the table, photograph the stain, add it to my notes. It's another piece of the puzzle, confirming he was cheating on me even before we split. I recall when he came to pick up his stuff 6 months ago. He seemed rushed, avoided talking, quickly grabbed a box, and left. I thought it was just hard for him to see me. Now I realize, he was already with her. Maybe even rushing to her. Tears sting my eyes, but I force myself to breathe. I won't cry. I'll act. I open her Instagram again, scroll through new stories. She's tagged at that same bar he frequents. I check his profile, he liked her latest post. This isn't just guesswork anymore. They're together, and he's not just hiding it from me, he's been hiding it all along. I write in my notes, bar, Friday 9 p.m. I'll go there, but not for a scene. I want to see them together, to be sure I'm not mistaken. I won't let him think he can deceive me so easily and get away with it. I'm in the kitchen, holding my phone with our last chat open. My fingers scroll through his cold messages, each one fueling my anger. I want to call him, expose everything I know about her, the bar, the lipstick stain. I want to scream, demand explanations, make him feel even a fraction of my pain. But I realize a tantrum won't solve anything. He'll just say I'm making it up or ignore me, as always. So I decide to act calmly and methodically. A scene would make me look weak in his eyes, and I want to be strong. I open my notes, review the evidence, screenshots of her stories, his posts, the lipstick photo. These aren't just suspicions, they're facts. But they're not enough to be 100% certain. I want to know everything, when it started, how far it's gone, why he didn't tell the truth. I decide to go to that bar where she often hangs out. Not for a confrontation, but to observe. I check his Instagram, look at locations in old posts. He often tagged this bar, small, cozy, with a neon sign. I find their website, check the event schedule. There's a party with a live DJ on Friday. Perfect time to catch them together. I open her profile, scroll through stories. She posts cocktail photos, tags the same bar. I note, Friday, 9:30 p.m., bar. I recall our last meeting. How he avoided my eyes, how he laughed nervously when I asked if he was okay. I thought he just didn't want to open up. Now I see, he was afraid I'd suspect something. His "live your life" wasn't advice, it was a push to keep me from digging. But I will dig. I plan my bar visit. I don't want him to spot me right away, so I choose low-key clothes, dark jeans, black sweater, hair tied back. I don't want to look like a girl there to make a scene. I want to be a shadow, seeing everything. My plan is simple: go, sit in a corner, watch. If they're there, I'll see. If not, I'll keep looking. But I won't stop until I know the truth. I'm not a victim, and I won't let him think he can deceive me so easily. I'm in a taxi, heading to the bar. My hands clutch my bag, my mind replaying all the evidence, her stories, his likes, the lipstick stain. Tonight, I'll see the truth. I imagine walking in, seeing them together, and, then what? I want to march over, splash a drink on him, say everything I think. But I know that would make me look weak in his eyes. A scene would only give him an excuse to call me crazy. So I decide to act differently. I'll be calm, composed. I won't let him see my pain. I enter the bar, choose a corner table with a view of the room. The music's loud, people are dancing, but I spot him instantly. He's at the bar counter with her, the girl from Instagram. They're laughing, her hand on his shoulder. My heart clenches, but I force myself to breathe. I pull out my phone, discreetly snap a photo. It's not for him, it's for me, to remind myself why I won't be a victim anymore. I watch them. She touches his arm, he smiles the way he used to smile at me. I recall our last meeting, his cold words about acquaintances. He sat across from me, lied to my face, and probably went to her that evening. Anger builds, but I stay still. I won't make a scene. I'm stronger than that. I notice details, her nail polish, the same as in the cafe photo. His jacket, the one that smelled of her perfume. It all adds up. I note, bar, 9:45 p.m., they're together. I don't know how long this has been going on, but I know he was cheating before our breakup. And he had the audacity to suggest staying friends to cover his lies. I finish my drink, leave a tip, and walk out. It's cold outside, but my anger turns to resolve. I won't cry or text him. I won't give him a chance to dodge. Instead, I plan. He thinks I'm naive, that I'll swallow his acquaintances line and vanish. But I won't vanish. I'll show him I can be strong, that I can live without him, and better than he can imagine. I get in a taxi, feeling in control for the first time in ages. This is just the beginning. I wake up in the morning and, for the first time in weeks, don't check his Instagram. I unfriend him on all social media, block his number. His messages, his stories, his life, they're no longer my concern. I look in the mirror and see not a victim but a girl ready to start over. His betrayal hurts, but it won't break me. I realize, he didn't just deceive me, he tried to make me convenient, a friend who asks no questions, who accepts his rules. But I'm done playing by his script. I open my laptop and sign up for photography courses I dreamed of back in college. I always put it off for later, but later is now. I go through my wardrobe, toss out old sweaters I wore to blend in. I go shopping, buy a vibrant dress I love, not one he'd approve of. I book a hair appointment, change my style. Each step reminds me I'm worth more. I start spending more time with friends. Katya invites me to a party, and I go, not caring if he'll be there. I laugh, dance, share my plans. People listen, and I see admiration in their eyes. I don't mention his betrayal, it's not their business. But I feel myself growing stronger every day. I'm no longer the girl who sat in a cafe, rereading his cold message. I'm new. I recall his words, live your life. Back then, it sounded like an order to forget him. Now I see it's the best advice he could have given. I'm living my life, vibrant, full, without him. I start a photography blog, post my first shots. My followers comment, and my confidence grows. I don't need his approval. That evening, I sit on the balcony with a glass of wine, looking at the city. I think about the bar, their smiles, his lies. But it doesn't hurt as much anymore. I'm not a victim. I'm not someone who can be deceived and discarded. I'm someone who takes her life into her own hands. And I know this is just the beginning. My transformation isn't just a new hairstyle or courses. It's a new me, who no longer lets anyone decide who she should be. A month later, I throw a party at my place. I invite friends, colleagues, even a few mutual acquaintances with him. I'm not planning revenge in the classic sense, no scandals or public exposés. My revenge is my new life, my confidence, my strength. I send him an invite in a group chat, just to see if he'll dare show up. I don't expect him to come, but if he does, I'm ready. The party's in full swing. Music plays, guests laugh, and I'm the center of attention, in a new dress, with a new hairstyle, with a smile that's genuine. I talk about my photography courses, show photos I took last week. People are impressed, and my confidence soars. I'm no longer the girl who begged him for friendship. I'm who I always wanted to be. He shows up. Alone, without her. I spot him by the door, and for a moment, our eyes meet. He looks flustered, like he didn't expect to see me like this. I walk over, smile coldly, nice to see an acquaintance. I see his face shift, he didn't expect me to throw his own words back at him. He tries to start a conversation, something about long time no see, but I'm already turning away, back to my guests. I won't give him a chance to pull me back into the past. Later, Katya whispers that he was asking about me. Said he didn't think I'd changed so much. I just smile. Let him see. Let him know I didn't break, didn't cry at night, didn't wait for his explanations. I'm living, and living better than he could have imagined. My party isn't just a celebration. It's a demonstration that I'm no longer his victim. He leaves early, and I don't see him off. I dance with friends, laugh, and for the first time in forever, I feel free. My revenge isn't shouts or tears. It's my happiness, which he can't take away. I know he'll go home and think about me. About how I shone without him. And that's the best payback. I stand on the balcony when the party ends, looking at the stars. His betrayal was pain, but it became my beginning. I didn't just survive his lies, I became stronger. And I know I have a whole life ahead, with no place for him.